Good morning, students. We have completed chapter number 1. In chapter number 1, we had one prose and two poems. We have poetry section was also there. Now we will take up chapter number 2, Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. This chapter is written by the author is Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. So, before you read and everything, we will start it later. Firstly, I want to tell you something about the author here. Author is a very important personality. Nelson Mandela was born on 18 July 1918 in the village of Vizo in the Eastern Cape. He served as President of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. Nelson Mandela is one of the great moral and political leaders of our time, an international hero whose lifelong dedication to the fight against racial oppression in South Africa won him the Nobel Peace Prize and the presidency of his country. So he was such a nice personality he was. So before you read apartheid, this word is very important. In social science also you are going to read this word apartheid. So what is the meaning of apartheid? So, apartheid is a political system that separates people according to their race. Race Asian, African, American, Native Alaskan. This is race. Can you say which of the three countries given below had such a political system until very recently? So, the answer would be South Africa. Have you heard of Nelson Mandela? Mandela and his Africa National Congress spent a lifetime fighting against apartheid. Mandela had to spend 30 years in prisons. 30 years, it matters. Finally, democratic elections were held in South Africa in 1994 and Mandela be the first black president of the new nation. In this extract from his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, Mandela speaks about a historic occasion, the inauguration. Can you guess what the occasion might be? Check your guess. This news item from BBC of 10th May 1994. So, what is the theme of the chapter? Before beginning with any activity or anything, I will tell you the theme of the chapter. Long Walk to Freedom is the 1994 autobiography of Nelson Mandela, detailing his ascent from an anti-apartheid activist and Robben Island jail terrorist to an ANC leader, African National Congress leader, and a cultural icon. The autobiographical genre exemplifies unique characteristics which does not reduce the worth of the extract as a creative work. This autobiography illustrates and interprets the theme of struggle for freedom. With the help of theories, the study examines how Mandela showcases his individual role as well as the role of all the oppressed in the struggle in his biography. So, this chapter is all about the struggle he had in his life. So, this is a news. Mandela becomes South Africa's first black president. So, 10th May 1994 from BBC. This is the news. Nelson Mandela has become South Africa's first black president after more than 3 centuries of white ruling. Now, more than three centuries white people were ruling, and now he has become the first black president of South Africa. Mr. Mandela's African National Congress Party has 252 of the 400 seats in the first democratic elections of South Africa's history. So he gained 252 votes. Not only his political party, African National Congress. So these are all the detail that is given, that is to be read by you. Now, activity. In column A, there are some expressions you will find in the text. Make a guess and match each expression with an appropriate meaning. So this a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations. You will do it by your own after going through the chapter. or if you want to guess it at first, you can do it. वैसे तो you have seen the answers, but I cannot say that these answers are right. This is an old book. You cannot rely on these answers. You must rely on your brain. So let's begin with the chapter. So let's begin with the chapter. 10th May dawned bright and clear. 10th May, the day began quite bright and clear. Everything was so bright and clear on that day. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respects before the inauguration. So Nelson Mandela is expressing his feelings, expressing his day-to-day life, because before that inauguration, he says that he was surrounded closely by so many important people and respected leaders from different parts of the world. They wanted to express their respect to me before the inauguration. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. So it was very important one. Inauguration, ऐसी inauguration तो कभी नहीं हुई थी. So many leaders are coming at the very first time on the South African soil. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Buildings in Pretoria. So amphitheatre is a kind of theater, but it doesn't have any roof. It has the rows of seats rising in steps, typically of ancient Greece and Rome. In the middle there is a ground, and surrounding that ground there are stairs, and in that stair seats are there. So that is an amphitheater. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy. So it is given over there also in activity, the seat of white supremacy. That means it shows the racial supremacy. It was a center place for racial supremacy. Black people were not allowed to enter here. And now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. So now it was a kind of coming together, it was a kind of beautiful coming together of various people from various nations. It was like the colors of rainbow, so many different colors, but they are all in one. And why they are gathering here? To witness South Africa's first democratic and non-racial government. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Zenini. On the podium, So Nelson Mandela, he came with his daughter there, and on the podium, on the stage, Mr. De Klerk was first sworn in as second deputy president. So firstly, he took the oath. And he became the second deputy president. Then Mr. Thabo Mbeki, he became the first deputy president. So they both were deputy president, second and first. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people. So when my turn came, I pledged that I am going to obey the constitution and I am going to devote myself for the well-being of this country and the people of this country. To the assembled guests and the watching word, I said. Watching word means, live telecast was there. It was a big event for South Africa. It was broadcasted throughout the world. So what he said: today all of us do, by our presence here, confer glory and hope to newborn liberty out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long. He said, today, by our presence here, we can glorify and we can hope for a newborn liberty, freedom. We have experienced a disaster that lasted too long. For disaster, he is referring to the racial discrimination. Must be born a society which all humanity will proud. You know, from that disastrous experience of racial discrimination, a lovely society should bring out. When that disaster ended, now our society, that our newborn society must have liberty and be must be formed in hope. So students, today we will read up to here only, and in the next video we will continue this chapter. Very easy one and very interesting one, related to a little bit history also. Thank you students, have a nice day.